share Albert's interest in the esoteric as I do, in order to profit from his insights. Whatever your intellectual and therapeutic tastes, this book gives you a deepened perspective on the culture of self-help and self-improvement, now an $11 billion yearly industry, a better understanding of what works and what does not, and a new sense of the hopes and needs of self-help readers, who are rarely seen or understood in critical literature. To evaluate an ethical, spiritual, or therapeutic philosophy, and to grasp its values, weaknesses, and strengths, one must, as Albert does, bring a participatory element to the investigation. William James believed this deeply, and lived and worked by this ethic. I attempt to as well. Albert's role as a critical observer participant allows him to open windows that many conventional observers are unaware of. His revealing perspective will not only add to your own, but may, depending on your outlook, enrich your personal experiments into self-development. Mitch Horowitz, New York City. Mitch Horowitz is a PEN Award-winning historian whose books include Occult America and One Simple Idea, How Positive Thinking Reshaped Modern Life. Former vice president and executive editor at Tantor Peregrine, his latest book is The Miracle Club, How Thoughts Become Reality. Introduction. The truth will set you free. John chapter 8, verse 32. New International Version. What I am sharing in this book is to a large extent based on my own personal experience in the school of life. I recognize that my views are not all-encompassing or exhaustive, and I do not mean they constitute the truth, but they are the fruit of my search for the truth in many paths and schools. I am writing this book as a sociologist, a social observer, and a seeker. The depth and experiences of my own search through spiritual, ethical, and self-help ideas have not solved all my problems in life, but my search has provided me with the understanding that humans have the inner strength and wisdom to confront life challenges squarely to reach their goals. In my personal case, I can testify that authentic self-help, including positive thinking and positive action, has worked wonderfully for me. Born in a poor Latin American country, into a very impoverished family with both parents practically illiterate, I was the oldest of 5 children. I started working when I was 6 years old, shining shoes and selling newspapers to help my family. Nobody then would have believed that I would be able to finish high school. Since my parents were having difficulty making ends meet, without any consent from them, I immigrated to Lima, the capital of Peru, where there were more opportunities for work. I had very humble jobs until, thanks to my maternal aunt's intercession, I was employed in a governmental institution as a janitor. That, for me, was a great promotion, which allowed me to earn some money and attend high school at night and help my family. I made the firm decision, against all odds, to finish high school. The prospect of going to university was a faraway dream at that time. Nevertheless, I resorted to inspirational and positive literature, and tried to emulate what other successful people had accomplished. Only in that way was I able to navigate through hardships and endure difficult times. In Peru, a poor country, state universities are free of tuition and fees. However, in order to be admitted, a student has to take a proficiency test. Only those who rank the highest on the test are chosen to be admitted, according to the limited number of vacancies determined by the university. With a high score, I was lucky enough to be selected at the National University of San Marcos in Lima to get the degrees of Bachelor, Master, and finally, Doctor of Philosophy in Sociology. All these things were possible because, when I was a teenager, I had access to New Thought literature and positive thinking philosophy. As Ralph Waldo Emerson said, once you make a decision, the universe conspires to make it happen. Indeed, once I decided, took action, and